Okay, let's dive right in. All across Africa, something huge is happening. We're seeing a financial revolution. Retail trading is just exploding. Millions and millions of new people are jumping into Forex, crypto, and the stock markets. And look, this isn't just some passing trend, it's a massive economic shift. But as this boom gets bigger and faster, it feels like there's a crucial piece of the puzzle missing. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
So that brings us to the big question, right? Is all of this growth a golden opportunity for a whole new generation of investors? Or is it actually a really risky bet where a lot of new, unprepared traders are pretty much being set up to fail? The answer, as it turns out, really depends on what happens after someone clicks Open Account.
You can think of it like a modern-day gold rush. You've got brokers and prop firms handing out the tools, the digital shovels and pickaxes, giving people access to markets like never before. But here's the thing. Giving someone a shovel is one thing. Giving them a map, teaching them how to read it, and maybe a guide to help them through the tough spots, well, that's a whole different ballgame. And that's where the real challenge is.
Now, before we get into the challenges, we've got to give credit where it's due. It's so important to understand the incredibly positive role that brokers and proprietary trading firms, prop firms, are playing in all this. They are literally the engine driving this transformation, and they're changing the game for everyday investors across the continent. And this growth is happening on so many fronts. We're seeing more people getting involved than ever before. The access is way better, with platforms that are actually localized for them. Regulations are starting to catch up, which is great. And prop firms are offering this incredible opportunity, funding for traders who've got the skills. All of this together, it's really democratizing access to the financial markets.
But, and this is a big but, here's where the story takes a sharp turn. For all the amazing growth and all the opportunity, there are some serious hidden risks just under the surface. And these are risks that could honestly turn this whole boom into a bust if we don't pay attention. And here it is. This is the core problem in a nutshell. On the one hand, the promise looks amazing. Record numbers of new accounts being opened every single day. But the reality? A huge number of those traders just don't last. They give it a shot, they struggle, and they leave. Some estimates put that attrition rate as high as 90%. That kind of turnover is the single biggest threat to any kind of sustainable growth.
So you have to ask, why are so many people dropping out? Well, it boils down to a few key things. Gaps in regulation can create trust issues, for sure. Services are often fragmented, so traders are left to figure it all out on their own. But the biggest driver, according to our source material, is a massive shortfall in education and mentorship. We're basically handing people the keys to a race car without any driving lessons.
But here's the good news. This isn't an unsolvable problem. Not at all. The solution is all about bridging that education gap. And what we're starting to see emerge is a completely new kind of ecosystem designed to do exactly that. One that puts mentorship and community right at the heart of the whole experience. So what do we mean by a mentor-driven ecosystem? This isn't just some fancy add-on. It's a fundamental change in how things are done. It's about integrating the tools for trading with the support system you need to actually do well. The key point is that market access, education, and mentorship are all combined from day one. Let's walk through how this actually works. In this new model, the journey is totally different. A new client doesn't just get a login and a good luck. Nope, they're onboarded, and right away, they're introduced to a mentor or a mentorship program. They join a community for support, and only then, once they're armed with some knowledge and confidence, do they really start trading with the broker. It's a system that builds real skill, not just signups. And the results? They really speak for themselves. This slide lays it out perfectly. Just look at the difference between the standard model and the mentor-partnered one. Trader success is higher. Retention is higher. Trust, which is absolutely vital in this business, is way stronger. And trading volume? It becomes more consistent, more sustainable. It's a clear win-win for literally everyone involved.
For brokers and prop firms thinking about this, the benefits are just so obvious. You're not just getting more clients, you're developing better quality, more disciplined traders who actually stick around. In a super crowded market where every platform starts to look the same, offering real mentorship is a powerful way to stand out. It builds trust, and hey, it gives you a scalable education system you don't have to build from scratch.
So if this model is so much better, what's the rush? Why is right now such a critical moment for the African trading market? Well, the answer is that there's a unique window of opportunity that's open, but it is not going to stay open forever.
You get three major forces all coming together at once. First, the market is still pretty young, which means there's a real chance to build a strong brand. Second, regulators are starting to tighten the rules, which is going to favor brokers who are already focused on education and doing things the right way. And finally, the traders themselves are getting smarter. They don't just want an account anymore, they want real guidance.
This quote from the source material just nails it. The platforms that decide to build their brands around education and trust right now are going to get a massive first-mover advantage. By the time everyone else finally catches on, the leaders will be way too far ahead to catch.
And so we end right back where we started. Africa's trading boom is here, no doubt about it, and the potential is just immense. But what this all shows is that the ultimate success of this revolution might not depend on the tools we provide, but on the knowledge we share. So the final question I'll leave you with is this: is simply giving people access to the markets really enough? Or is real, meaningful education the actual key to unlocking a lasting opportunity